person to worship. The prayer is request the court to direct the police to return immediately to accuse these clothing that have just been confiscated from court. Yes. And to be returned to this custody unconditionally, because they do not relate to the offense being charged. We did agree earlier and took a joint decision to have the person change clothing. For purposes of payment and integrity of the court process. These clothes were torn by the police in the process of torture. We did indicate and agree that once an accused person has been delivered to court, it ceases to be the property of the police, and so his belongings. In broad daylight, in this very courtroom, the police have confiscated these clothes. It's an affront to the integrity of the process of the court, because we did indicate to them that it would be a trial issue. They have no right whatsoever to retain an accused person's belongings confiscated. I pray that they be directed to deliver the same and hand them back to their accused. That's okay.
However, if it is true that they accuse these clothes were confiscated by the police, this would be a serious matter that requires an investigation upon the common conduct. The court goes ahead, entertaining the plea, and the accused awaiting the investigation regarding the investigation by the police.
mention a matter regarding violation of rights in the courtroom cannot be handed back to the aggressor to investigate. It is very simple. The person who had custody of the accused person is in court. The senior police officer called the Tulibagenyo, something, then along those lines. It's confiscated the bodies from court here. In the presence of their counsel. You are watching, I believe in this video. It is not contested that this is the man's clothing. But if they have a justification for it, let them put it on record. They are just here. The clothes are here. And they belong to the accused. Unless they are saying they are let them to. So I pray with them with enthusiastic and emphatic insistence that they be directed to respect the integrity of this process. Otherwise, they even lose the moral authority to judge if they can still close it from courtroom.
Doing an act related to spread infection of disease, also by the section 171 Penal Code Act and the rules 13 and 17 of the Public Health Control of COVID-19 rules 2020, this one number 83. It alleged that Tabulani Local Center alias Code on the 10th day of November 2020 around 100 hours at Town Council in the local district. Negligently did an act which he knew or had reason to believe was likely to spread the infection of COVID-19 and this dangerous to life.
Not guilty.
You know, the investigation in this matter. I have
I watch it. So funny. Before disclosure, the state is to proceed. We are very happy to proceed today, though. One would apply that will be available a copy of the charge sheet, to all the evidence and exhibits the state intends to rely on. On our part, the pending prayer for the closest because we tend to rely on them. And after that, we shall indicate our readiness or otherwise to proceed. That's said, Your Worship, we have an application for bail as per our instructions of the accused person. One, the judge is bailable. Two, the accused person who is a responsible citizen of this country with a fixed place of abode as confirmed by the state in the charge sheet. Magere. The serving member of parliament for Chadondo East. And currently a presidential candidate vying for the highest office in the land. We have substantial sureties guarantee his appearance and attendance in court. We're going to require, in addition to his personal undertaking. I pray that you will permit us to introduce the sureties that will be undertaken by the colleague, Mr. Anthony Ahmed, with your permission.
The first shooter is Honorable Paul Mwiru. Paul Mwiru is 40 years old. He's a resident of Firewood Village, Simon. Firewood Village, Simon. Villager Central Division. Jinja City. The sitting member of parliament. Sitting member of parliament for Jinja Municipality East. He's a very close friend to the accused with the applicant for bail. And also the colleague as a member of parliament. Yes. Yes, let me introduce him. And also his parliamentary identity card. I have shared the same with the prosecution. His telephone number is 0701 280 049. So the second shooter is Honorable Nambeshe John Baptist. Honorable Nambeshe is 55 years old. Nambeshe John Baptist. He's a resident of Unasharet Village, Nashula Ward, Unasharet, Bunashale. So the village, and then Nashula Ward is named SHALE in Manjia County. And is the Deputy President. Manjia is MK. Manjia County. Is also the Deputy President of the National Unity Platform in charge of Eastern Region. The National Unity Platform is a clear registered political party in the country. And the accused person is also a member of that party. And the president is a political party. The surety is the clause for equal. And his telephone number is 0772 67 73 and 85. If you also wish to submit a office and there the original national identity cards are very important to them because then we have them back to furnished copies of the same. That's it.
The accused and applicant before you is John Prince. Respecting violations of standard operating procedures and guidelines put in place by the Electoral Commission as guided by the Ministry of Health. From that, my worship, it can't be ruled out that the grant of variance accused is going to make him to make more concessions and gatherings which are going to cause a great danger to the public general. My lord is also on record that the accused has no fixed place of court within the jurisdiction of this court. It has been said that he has a fixed place of abode that is outside jurisdiction of this court. Your worship, if the court is inclined to grant bail to the accused. It is our prayer that it be done with stringent terms, which are going to serve the purpose of preventing him from further violations of mentioned above. In that regard, we pray that the conditions be attached requiring the accused to report to the registrar of the High Court in this circuit every 2 weeks. The serious warning be sounded to the accused by this court to abide by the standard operating procedures and guidelines as provided by the Electoral Commission, guided by Minister of Health. This, in a way, will serve to put the other presidential contestants who are on campaigns to abide by the source. The subject of
Good. Your Honor. But the fact that the accused person is responsible enough to attend court as and when required has not been assayed, and therefore is uncontroversial. Number two, a charge represented by a charge sheet in court is not a conviction. And therefore, that a person is charged with a particular offense and never be a ground to deny bail. In other words, it is not a counterbalance to the provisions of the Constitution on presumption of innocence. True that the offense has public connotations in terms of public health, but it remains a charge, an unsubstantiated charge like any other. May I, at this point, access a copy of the charge sheet of the rest of this? When you look at the charge sheet itself, it doesn't indicate those particular acts which would have guided the court. Talking about the conditions and substitutes this court to pronounce. Worship Council stated that it cannot be ruled out that the accused is likely to engage in multiple sessions. This court cannot deny bail based on speculation and anticipation. On the question of fixed place of abode within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, I think Your Worship I pray that you guide. It is the law of the land that this honorable court has the powers over its suspects anywhere within the borders and even outside the borders with those countries where we have extradition arrangements with. Within the borders, this court's power to summon and cause the arrest and apprehensions of any suspect. The jurisdiction is unlimited. And therefore, to that extent and within that context, it is applicable within your jurisdiction. With respect, Your Honor, to the alternative prayer, stringent conditions, one, we have no problem with an undertaking by our client to continue being law-abiding. That we do not need a warning. Suffice to say, however, that the warning requested by the state be pronounced onto the accused person is a sentence before trial. It is incongruous, therefore, with the basic tenets of our constitutional law to pronounce a sentence before you hear the case. Fine, and therefore, on undertaking with the guidelines to the extent that the guidelines are lawful and law, there is a duty on the client. Finally, Your Honor, reporting to the registrar of police of the High Court Circuit is not tenable and does not make legal sense. There is no file in the High Court. It is not even a likelihood that this file will be in the High Court, except when they choose to appeal after they are unappealed. So we pray that we find the pleasure in dismissing the same and grant bail as a request. We so pray. We pray for lenient terms because the accused person has been incarcerated. We would like to
Thank you.
I'm on the table.
Thank you very much. I just was asking for the right opportunity to say something before this honorable court. Your Honor, with all due respect to this honorable court and to the legal minds present here today, it is my opinion that this case should actually not be Uganda versus Chakurai. This case should be Uganda versus Museveni. Your Honor, it is Museveni that is supposed to be in this dock for killing innocent citizens and for committing crimes against humanity. Your Honor, I am not here because I've committed any crime. I'm here because I offered myself to lead Ugandans into ending a 35-year-old dictatorship. And I want to use this opportunity to remind Mr. Museveni and everybody out there that the seat which he is using to murder innocent citizens, that is not his seat. That seat belongs to the people of Uganda, and the people of Uganda will soon reclaim it. So we are not broken with the jail, we are not broken by the torture, we only get stronger. Thank you.
That is done with this prayer.
considered the terms and conditions of the license. This is the real ground in support for workers, different ways. The ground really is no fiction. We are very invested. And there comes a conclusion that accusers are fulfilled all the conditions for release in the rape, which has presented substantial sureties. The offense is very legal. He is a responsible citizen, the essential candidate, hereby grants him a lifetime pay with 1 million shillings and one of the securities, 5 million shillings cash. In addition, since the business and potential candidate, the court hereby directs him to stick to the idea and comply with the guidelines, for the campaign guidelines for the presidential candidate campaign, including the standard operation procedures for the during campaign. And this office was issued, and the guidelines were issued by the Electoral Commission on July the 22nd, 2020, as well as the standard operation procedures by the Ministry of Health. I will just emphasize about 5 of them. 1, the campaign meeting should not have more than 200. All the people attending the campaign meeting must, and I emphasize the word must wear their masks properly. And then the campaign meeting venue must have facilities for hand wash. And then the people attending the campaign meeting must maintain a social distance of 2 meters from each other. And the accused will not have any processions to and from the campaign venue. And then the campaign meeting should not go beyond each campaign day. Shall I adjourn this matter?
And about this project,
So and the set of directives through this work,
Project
Kuliko kombe la
Represented by Council Honorable Sekolah
and the entire team. So we pray that this will be perfect. But in addition, we have the three applications present from the accused person. The accused person has been briefed in the application to pay another case of the right. The offense is bailable, and we have some answers. We are ready to present. With help of my
First, which is, this is our press. This is our press. Hotel body. This is our NDI. Press. an administrator at the local government. His telephone number is
Number one, these are our press. The resident while the accused is the resident of Nansa. Your Honor, one of the major roles of security is to ensure that the accused person is caught whenever so fire. It is to stay firm to respect prosecution without this surety. We will ensure that the accused person is caught whenever so fire. Your Honor, the second surety who is the national ID